All right, our coverage of today's severe flooding continues, and we are still receiving reports of damage throughout the city, even so at a local library as well.
Yeah, as we reported earlier, the downtown Louisville Free Public Library has received heavy damage. The basement is flooded. We've learned a little bit more about what that damage entails after talking to one of the spokespeople from the library.
I'd have to say we probably lost books in the numbers of tens of thousands. There are three main book areas in that part of the library, including the transshipment area where books come in from the branches and go out to other branches, the new books arriving, all of those are completely underwater, and the Friends of the Library sales sorting area. We also have staff work areas. All of the HVAC systems of the library are now underwater. The air conditioning will be a long time coming back. The computer systems are underwater. We'll be setting up an off-site replacement for that. And the library's sewers backed up into the library. So we'll be closed today and tomorrow for sure, and we'll use tomorrow to do a damage assessment at the main library to figure out when we can reopen.
So damage at the library and damage throughout the city and even a crossover in Indiana. We had a report earlier of a house there in New Albany being loosened from its foundation by the floodwaters.
Right. Kitty called that in over on Budd Road, said that the foundation was just washed away. Thanks, Kitty, for calling us.
So, folks, we cannot emphasize, I mean, this is a very serious situation. If you do not have to go outside, stay in. Right now, we want to send it over to Kevin and Chrissy, who's keeping an eye on the weather front that possibly could be hitting us again.
You know, nothing have shown us what's going on better than the pictures from Air 3. You've seen some of the video coming in from there. You also saw the house that was struck by lightning, the apartment complex, and that was the East Chase Apartments off of Hurstbourne that was struck by lightning. We have new warnings that are being issued along this next line of storms. Christy and I have been keeping an eye on these and kind of looking while our coverage has been ongoing here. This new warning for Lawrence County includes Bedford and Mitchell, and the storm just starting to enter that area. But these storms are packing quite a punch.
Yes, they are. Not only do they have a lot of lightning and winds, we also have possible hail in this as well. And any additional rainfall we receive will add to our flooding problems. And although we're not expecting as much rain from this line as we had earlier this morning, this will certainly add to our problems. We do have some areas of locally heavy rainfall with this. One of the blessing and a curse with it is that it's moving relatively fast. So that means that also we'll probably have to deal with some wind damage in the area from that as well, but at least it won't sit over us like the rain did earlier this morning.
You know, and that's something we've been watching along this line. Winds in excess of 60 to 70 miles an hour have been reported in a number of places. So while the first round went through with extremely heavy rain, now that the second round is moving through, as Chrissy pointed out, not quite a nice downpour that's going to last 2, 3, 4 hours like it did earlier today, but any amounts of rain, a quick ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain, is going to cause that area that's already saturated to flood once again. Combine that with wind damage. That's what we're seeing across southern Indiana. I'm going to zoom out on the radar view here, and we're going to take a look at a couple of things. And just bear with me as we point them out to you, because I am concerned that portions of southern Indiana, including us here in Louisville, may continue to see this area build back down to the south. And if that happens, as this moves off to the east and southeast, we're going to wind up seeing not only the threat for heavy rain and severe weather in southern Indiana, but even into the Louisville area. And that is certainly a place that you've seen the pictures from where we need no more additional rains. We've already set our record.
Yes, we have. The mayor was talking earlier that we have set a record of 3 to 6 inches of rain in 1 hour. That's the highest ever on record. And I spoke to the National Weather Service. They have some preliminary numbers. Just from the rain we had this morning, we set the record rainfall for August the 4th of any year. And we even beat that. We set the record rainfall for August any day of any year that they've been keeping records. So, and we still may add to those rain totals before the day is over with this second line.
I think we will, and here's the reason why, or the meteorology behind what we're looking at, and that is this area across portions of western Kentucky, southwest Indiana is very unstable. Right now we call it capped, meaning the temperatures are warm enough that it's not allowing the storms to kind of fire up. That cap will be lessening as we head on through the next several hours because of the rain-cooled air around. and I expect that some of these storms down through here will start to explode into the afternoon, and then they're going to push east, and as they race east, they'll be accompanied with wind damage and the heavy rains. So we do expect additional warnings across the area as we go throughout the afternoon, adding to the intense rain totals that we've already seen throughout the area for today. Again, we're keeping an eye on those storms. We expect more warnings to be issued. Right now, Lawrence County, Indiana, the only area that we have the severe thunderstorm warning for. But keep it tuned right here to Wave 3. We're committed to bringing you the latest weather coverage and certainly be here to keep you safe throughout the afternoon.
Yeah.